It's kind of a little bit dark.
Dark. Very good. Are you inside or outside?
Inside, it's just like a room. It feels a bit like a basement.
Tell me more.
The floor is a little bit damp.
Yes. Are your feet on the floor?
Yeah. The floor just feels damp and cold. It's a bit like a cellar.
Yes. And in this place where you're walking, do you feel young or old?
Like maybe teenage. Girl. My hair is kind of blonde. I've got a long kind of dress on.
Yes.
Barefoot.
And this dress that you're wearing, is this a house dress or is it a dress you would wear out?
It's more like, I don't know if it's like a night dress.
A night
An
dress.
old-fashioned kind of night dress, maybe.
And why do you imagine that you're in this basement? What has brought you here today?
No, I'm just walking around, touching the walls. I don't really know why I'm here.
So let's find out a little bit more. Let's see where it was before you went down into this basement. What brought you here? I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And when I get to number 1, you'll be there. 3, going back to what brought you here in the first place. 2, and 1. How does this all begin?
And I came down here to hide because there are people in the house. I can see a man, but he's got like, it looks, I don't know, like a pirate's hat on. In fact, I think the basement is the basement of an old boat. I think it is kind of like a pirate man.
Yes. Are you by yourself there?
I went down there because he was following me.
Whose boat is this?
It feels like an old kind of pirate ship.
Are you related to any of these men on the ship?
I don't think so.
So I want you to focus on your emotions. What emotions are you feeling as you're in this place?
A little bit scared, a little bit like, I think I hid on this boat because I wanted to see what it was when it was kind of like docked up, and then I found myself here and I was exploring, and when I came out I saw lots of men on the boat. And I thought, wow, I don't think I should be here.
Have they seen you?
They've seen me now. One man has seen me now.
What happens next?
Oh, he chased me down towards the basement. And I'm a little bit scared. I think I'm going to be in trouble.
Yes, continue.
Yeah, he's coming down, and now there's more of them coming down. And they're just laughing, like, look at this kid, look at this child. On our boat, what are we going to do?
And now you know how old you truly are. How old are you?
I think I'm about 17 or 18.
Yes.
And they're like, what do we do with people who are stowaways on our boat? And they're all shouting different things. And one says, we'll make her walk the plank. I could walk the plank.
Mm-hmm.
So they pulled me up. They're pulling me out of the basement of the boat where I am. And they're pulling at me, and my feels like a very flimsy dress is kind of getting a little bit torn, getting a little bit pushed around. It's kind of blue, and it's got some buttons on it. And they're pushing me from one to the other, and they push me to the other, and then to the other one, and they're laughing and saying, "Look, we got a stowaway, we got a stowaway." And then there is a plank, and I don't know. I'm worried there. I don't know which is worse, to stay with them or take. Maybe I should walk the plank. Maybe that would be better than all these men, because they're starting to pull at my clothes and touch my body in ways I don't like. And I see the plank and I say, okay, I will walk the plank. And some are saying, no, let's keep her. And I really want to walk the plank, because they're doing things they shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I jump up onto the plank, and I start to walk out towards the edge, nearer, further out, not to the edge. And they're saying, come on, little girl, come back. We want to have some fun with you. And I walk out further where they can't touch me. They're trying to touch me. And the more I go out, it's getting more scary to stay on the plank, more difficult. I'm barefoot.
Mm-hmm. Is the ship moving?
My dress is torn, the ship is moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a little bit more, and I can feel myself topple. But one grabs me by the arm, so I'm hanging down the side of the ship, and he's trying to pull me back up. And I really, I don't know which is going to be better, to fall into the water or be with all these men.
Take a deep breath. See what happens next.
They pull me back in to the ship.
How does that make you feel?
Not good. I wanted to fall in the water.
What happens next?
They raped me. Not all, some raped me. And then my dress is torn, and it's not really on me anymore. And I try to run to the plank, but they keep pulling me back, and yeah, they will rape me.
Yes, continue.
And then I'm on the floor, and I'm just crying, and there's blood, and they're laughing, and the smell of alcohol, I can smell alcohol from the breath.
What happens next?
I don't know, I'm just sitting there trying to think if I tried to climb out. Every time I tried to climb out and jump over, someone pulls me and does it again.
Yes, continue.
I keep trying to climb over, and every time I climb over, they're just touching me and laughing and playing and saying, "You see what happens when you try to stow away and get here for free."
Mm-hmm. So up until this moment, what's been the most difficult part of all of this?
I just want to get away, but I know I can't swim. I'm not good for swimming, but I thought it would be better than this.
Mm-hmm. So take a deep breath. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and I want you to just continue to the next poignant moment in that same lifetime as this girl on the ship. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
What's happening now?
I'm on the ship now. I'm kind of, I've got new clothes, other clothes. I think it was just made from material. It's not really what you would call a dress. In fact, it's like men's bits of clothes and things. I started working in the kitchen. I'm older now. The cook, he kind of looks after me, and he doesn't let anybody do anything to me. He's saying, "Look, she's useful. She helps us in the kitchen." So they're a bit, they'll maybe slap your butt or whatever, but they don't really do anything. I feel like I think I'm with this man that's a cook. I think we're kind of together. So he looks after me. I don't know if he's doing it in like a kind of grandfatherly way, it feels more so, or a fatherly way.
Take a look at his eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Have you seen those eyes before?
Yeah, it's my dad. It was my dad in this life.
All right. Let's go to the last day of your life now.
Quite. I'm a lot older.
Are you still on the ship?
No, but I think I'm with the man who was the cook on the ship, just in a bit of a shack. I'm quite old now. I think even he has passed.
Yes.
But a woman who seems to be, who was his wife, she's an old lady. I think I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm 60, but I feel old in the life that I've lived. So even at 60, I just feel very old. I'm dying something to do with my chest, my breathing. My breathing doesn't feel great.
Who's there with you?
The older woman who was his wife.
Take a look at her eyes. Do you recognize her?
My grandmother, his mother in this. Yeah. So she's just like stroking my hair. It's gonna be okay, but it's not okay because I pass. But it's okay because it wasn't a life that I enjoyed. I just feel much harder to breathe in my chest. Much harder. And it's just difficult to breathe now.
So allow yourself to take the last breath. And as you do, think about this whole life that you've just lived. What do you imagine the lessons were from that life?
That I need to stand up for myself more. No, don't let men use me.
Yes. So listen carefully. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And I want you to go to all of those men who took advantage of you. And I want you to tell them exactly how you feel about how they treated you. 3, 2, and 1. You're standing before all of them now, all of these pirates. What do you say to them?
I feel bigger and stronger, and they are. I feel like I've cornered them. They look smaller than me now, and I just say, well, "What do you think? You know, you think you can just take advantage of someone because they're smaller than you, weaker than you? You can't do that. What you did is wrong, very wrong."
And I want you to notice all of the energy that they deposited in you when they raped you. I want you to notice where you're storing all of that energy.
In my tummy.
I'm going to sound the tuning fork, and I want you to use your own hands and pull out all of that energy that they deposited in you when they took advantage of you. Go ahead and pull all of that out. And you could tell them, this is not mine.
This is not mine. You can keep it.
It doesn't belong to me.
It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to me. You can have it back.
And now you're going to say to them, give me back my power.
Give me back my power now.
Take it.
Take my power.
And as you're taking back your power, I want you to look into their eyes and notice if you recognize any of them. Have you seen any of them before in the lifetime that you're living as Debbie?
One is one of my ex-partners. There are some partners there.
And as you're looking into those eyes, I want you to see what it is that you agreed to do with this soul.
What I agreed to do
In the life as Debbie, the soul.
No, I agreed in that lifetime that they could do that to make me stronger. And I could see them as little. It was something we'd already agreed to. They're already sorry. They look very small, like little boys now.
Good.
Not like men.
Good. So now that you have your power, take your soul into the light, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. And with the end of that experience, it's no longer affect any lifetime that your soul is living. So as you take that soul and into the light, you can meet with your guide now. What does your guide tell you about that life?
It says you're safe now. It's okay. It was just a short time. There was something that you agreed. Well, it's okay. You're healed now. You're with me.
Very good. So cover that soul with a beautiful light. What color would you like to choose?
Purple.
Beautiful. So as you're covering that soul, just take a deep breath And I'm going to count from 1 to 3. Allow your soul to take you to the next moment in time in which it needs to heal. 1, breathing in and breathing out. 2, where your soul needs to heal. And 3, what do you feel when you feel this?
Just like a gentle, soft, kind of flowing material all around the soul. And it's just like, feels like it looks like it's blowing in the breeze, and the soul looks more like golden, like almost like a golden heart. And it's just such a beautiful soul, gold. And this purple cloth is just waving, and although the soul, it looks like it's heavy like a stone, but it's light, it's floating in this blue energy. It's more blue, purple, purpley blue energy in the material.
And what does the purpley blue signify in soul language?
It's been healed. It's been healed of all the lifetimes where it experienced similar type situations. And it's just, it builds the soul from where it lost a lot of its pureness. And it's being made pure again, and whole, and complete.
Does the soul do this by itself, or are there other souls around helping?
I can't see other souls, just like this energy. It just feels like it's just this soul.
Yes.
And it's like I'm not in the soul, it's like I'm observing the soul.
Yes. And as you observe this soul, what information is coming from that soul? What wisdom?
Saying you're healed, and I just feel like it's, I feel like now I feel like a white light nearly shining in my eyes lying here. And it's saying you're free.
Yes.
You're free, you're healed, you're one.
Why has it taken so many years for this soul to finally be free?
It was something that she held on to for way too long. But she didn't realize why she was allowing herself to be treated in this way. It's only recently, in the last couple of years, that she has started to not tolerate what she has done in the past.
What are the things that she needs to be reminded of today about the things that she's tolerated in the past?
Yet she's got to put herself first. She always puts other people first, no matter what. She puts everybody first. She's got to think of herself.
It kind of reminds me of that saying when you get on an airplane, that you need to put on your oxygen mask on first. And talking about airplanes, she recently had an experience in which the rocks were telling her about an airplane. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. Allow yourself to be in that rock. 3, 2, and 1. What are you seeing or feeling?
I see the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And the plane is getting closer and closer. And I'm happy that it's getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
I called it closer because yes, we have a contract, but also part of the contract is the stones that are on that mountain. There are many stones on that mountain, and those stones needed to be broken because they are holding so much beautiful energy. And part of the reason for the stones was they needed that area to be discovered because there were so many beautiful rocks there that nobody had ever seen. And the men who lost their life in that plane, they were rocks also before in other lifetimes, and they had sat on a mountain for centuries and centuries and centuries, and nobody ever visited, nobody ever found them. And they wished to be discovered, and they sent the signal when we were all rocks to do this. Well, some of the rocks that are on the mountain that were crashed were with these guys before when they were rocks, and they made a pact to not be forgotten. So when the plane crashed into the rocks, those rocks were discovered, and people went to see, and people explored that area. And people needed to do that because the rocks play such a big role in our lives that we don't really understand. And it's not always that you have to be close to a rock, but when you are close to a rock, you can absorb the codes more easily.
Tell me about those codes.
Mm-hmm.
Where do they come from?
Well, those codes have been there for eons, for so long, and they have trickled a little in the past, but now is the time where the rocks have been holding the energy for this new earth to evolve and come. So they have been holding a lot of the codes and the energy to help enable this new earth.
Why is it that the rocks need to be acknowledged?
They don't need to be acknowledged. They are doing their work whether they're acknowledged or not. Mm-hmm. So it's not a need. But when these rocks were on another mountain, they just wanted to know what it felt like to be around people.
Yeah.
They saw people in the distance as tiny little grains of salt in the distance, and they never got to see what it was like to be around humans. Mm-hmm. So that's why they made the pact to do this. This was a slightly different. This was like part of the soul contract to the stone eye who called that bird from the sky forth. Mm-hmm. I wanted to experience what it was like to explode. Mm-hmm. I wanted to see what it was like to explode. It didn't explode into me, but it did into the nearby rocks. Mm-hmm. And I got to experience it. I got to see the rescue, which took quite some time. And it was an experience that I wanted to have.
Do all of the rocks feel the same experience when it's in the same area? Are they all connected in some way? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
Rocks are connected all over. And part of the way in which they connect is just like what they're made of. Mm-hmm. It just holds codes, and there are similar codes in many rocks, because they're all, not all, but most are doing the same work. They're helping to bring about the new earth with the codes and the energies and the information that they store.
It seems that different crystals have different properties, different mm-hmm. healing properties. Some are for protection, mm-hmm. some are for healing. If you just took an ordinary rock that a mountain is made out of, do they mm-hmm. also have their own properties? Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
So many different properties, but mainly you could talk to the rock and you could program it to do healing, etc. But they're more there to hold more about holding the codes. Mm-hmm. But you can find crystals throughout the mountains and throughout the lands that are embedded in some rocks, and they can do that. But the most important thing that the rocks are doing now is helping to hold the energy, hold the frequency, mm-hmm. to help raise the vibration of the earth and the people on the earth. They're doing it with Mother Nature. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know that part of Mother Nature is obviously water. Mm-hmm. And does water have properties also?
Yeah, that's why we love the rain. Mm-hmm. And that's why some of the old stones, some are protected because they're getting old and they're getting unstable, and they are covered, and they don't want to be covered. They want the water, because the water, all the water from all the rivers and the sea are also holding codes and lots of light codes, and the way it works is when they turn into rain and go up into the sky, they fall down on other rocks in areas where there are no rivers and no seas and no water. And the only water that they get to experience is the rain from the sky. But that is carried, it can be carried across long distances. And together the rocks and the water work in harmony. So even when the rain goes on the rocks, particularly rocks that are higher up, it trickles down through the mountainsides and just makes little tiny rivers, but it pulls along and touches all the other rocks and all the soil. It nourishes the soil. It does so much more.
So is the rain carrying information from rock to rock?
Not quite from rock to rock, but it carries the water is carrying another frequency, and it's carrying also the codes. So when that goes up into the sky, it rains down on the rocks, and it helps them to remember what they're here to do also. They kind of work together in a way.
Yes. So obviously it seems that the rock should be exposed, but we have put buildings on it. We have put roads on the rocks. We have covered them. How is that affecting all of these frequency and codes when we have covered so much of the earth with things that are not?
Yeah, the earth is not happy about that. That's why in some places the land moves, what you call earthquakes and things, to free up some of the rocks that are trapped. The ones under roads, they support the roads in some ways, but that enables people to get from one place to another. They're not too upset about that, but the ones that are not, it's not that they're not happy, but they can't do the jobs that they are here to do, or like when there are stones, standing stones that are covered with protective roofs. They want the water, they want the rain. The rain does still get through, and it can wet the base of the stones, but they just feel like they want to I can feel them want to throw their hands up to the heavens, and they pray for the rain to touch every single part of them.
At one time, most homes were made of either sticks or rocks. Was the vibration in a place made of stones different than one made of, let's say, logs?
There are houses, many, particularly here in Portugal, many old houses made of rocks and stones, and even in Debbie's house, there is a special stone that gives her messages. So a lot of the houses, the old houses, a lot of the older people are, without even really realizing it, are guarding those stones. They're there to look after them. to keep them kind of safe.
Yes.
To live there, because a lot of the new people who are wanting to renovate just knock the stones down, whereas some of the older people are living happily in the houses with very little, without much electric and just a little fire. And those older people are there, they are helping this new earth also, even if they don't realize it, because just sitting in stillness, a lot of the older people are holding the frequency for the next lot of people to come on board, if you know what I mean. It's like the little old man you might see sitting on his wall, just in his cap, watching the cars go by. He's doing so much more than watching the cars go by. They're holding a frequency. A lot of the older people are holding the frequency for what we would call now, what people would call now, the light workers. And like they are holding the frequency for the younger generation, and it kind of goes in that way, that the older people, even if they don't realize it, are always holding a frequency for the next lot of awakened souls who are helping to transform this planet.
Now, I've always heard that it helps to be in meditation, but you're saying just sitting and watching the cars go by is a form of holding that frequency.
And even just like a little old lady sitting by her fire, she's got not much to do, you know, she hasn't got, you know, is not occupied. She may be occupied to cook, and then she just sits and watches the fire and watches the flames and the fire and just sits there. It's a form of meditation. It's as good as, it's as strong as you might have some younger people who will sit in a circle and, you know, even have an intention of what they're going to do. We're going to do this for world peace or whatever. The older people, it's just something, it's a knowing inside of them that they are holding the energy, holding the space. They don't quite realize it, but they just know to be still. And this is really helping as much as when, you know, a group of spiritual people get together and decide we're going to do it for this or for that. The older people are doing just as much work as them, and they don't ask for recognition. They just do it because it's part of their soul's calling to do so.
Well, they're not holding devices in their hands either and distracted.
So they're more a clear channel. So the ones who, you know, may sit in a circle or whatever, are all sitting around their computers if they can't make it in person. And when they can make it in person, they've got their phone in their pocket. And as soon as they do their whatever it is that they say they're going to do, they're straight on their phones. Their signal is not as strong. It's interfered with from the signals from the phone and the devices, whereas the older people, the signal is clearer. The information that they receive in their soul to just be still, their stillness is pure stillness.
Thank you. We're in a place where there's a lot of people who are still in that stillness. Debbie was attracted to Portugal for a reason. What is the reason why she was called to Portugal?
Well, she went to visit and didn't even had no intention. It wasn't exactly a country that she was planning to visit, but when she did, she just felt the pull, and she was called to buy the house that she did, which was an old ruin, and she was there to protect this house, and she's done so for many years, and she was holding this house in protection, and the house that she's currently in was being protected by an older lady, and Debbie moved there after the older lady passed. They were both doing similar work in protecting the energy that was in the stones of the house that she lived and currently lives.
Let's go deeper into that energy. Just take a deep breath as you swirl into this energy. And let's go into the history of this place, of these stones. What is the purpose for this soul to be in that energy? Go deeper.
They were some of the Knights Templar stones.
Tell me about that.
That were left over from the building of the Knights Templar castle. The best of the stones, of course, were used to build the Knights Templar castle, but a lot of the remnants were nearby and just abandoned, and they were used by the people who many years later who started to settle in the area, and they built their stone houses from some of the remnants that were left over from Knights Templar Castle. There is one in Debbie's current house. That's the one she feels the energy from. She didn't know anything that it's to do with a Knights Templar castle. And there's also some kind of energy line going from the castle through her house.
To find that energy line, just take a deep breath, go deeper, and ride that energy line.
Wow, it's a strong line. It's quite thin. It almost feels electrical.
Is there information going through that line?
There is.
Define that, please.
The information line is just drawing the people that need to be in the areas. It calls forth people from many walks of life and many parts of the world. That's why Portugal seems to be having a influx of people from other countries. They're almost being called. These energy lines can call people from a distance. But a lot of the people, some of the people that are being called now, they don't know why they're here. They think they're here because they're escaping something from the places that they have left. But it's deeper than that. They're being called to some to be activated, and some because they are activators.
Mm. Have these souls ever been in this part of the world before? Are they being called because they have done work here before?
It doesn't feel like they've. It's difficult. There is something. I'm just feeling like some mudslide, landslide.
Past or future?
Past.
A past mudslide? What has happened with that mudslide?
I think a lot of the people, a lot of the people who are called they were together at one time, yes, but not in Portugal. It was somewhere else, and there was a very large mudslide, and they were like a soul group who, well, they lost their life in a really, really, really big mudslide. And those people were together as a soul family then, and they decided to come back to Portugal. Not back to Portugal, they've come to be in Portugal because of their connection, and Portugal is going to be quite significant somehow. The energies are quite strong.
Is that energy coming from the land, from the water?
It's coming from the water. It's coming from a lake. The lake. There's a very, very large. I guess it's a river, but there's a certain part of the river near the area where Debbie is that a lot are being called.
Has Debbie ever lived in any of these mudslides or died in them?
Yeah, with lots of people.
Okay.
I don't know where it was. It was like many, many, many centuries before.
So let's go back to that to see what was there before the mudslide. Just take a deep breath. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and I'd like for you to take your soul to before the mudslide to see what it looked like, the technologies and the people. 3, 2, and 1.
It was a really nice village, old, built into a mountainside. It was quite high up. There were houses. In fact, they weren't even houses. They were more like shacks, to be honest. And some people actually lived in caves in this big area. Everybody we helped each other. There wasn't much food. It was difficult to grow because a lot of the area was made of like stone, like kind of rock, maybe like, I don't know if sandstone is the right word.
Are you male or female there? Male?
Actually male, yeah. Yeah. With I'm wearing kind of very, very old-fashioned clothes. Very, you know, just kind of thrown together, almost like made of sacks kind of thing. I think we dug for coal, but not like a big commercial thing. I think, you know, we would swap the coal for vegetables and things from people who lived further down, where they had a place where they could plant.
So the coal was almost used as some sort of a currency?
Yeah, like barter.
And they would use the coal for?
To light their fires.
Okay.
And like, because we were in the caves, we were used to just build a little fire at the mouth of the cave, and that was okay for us. But the ones further down, they didn't. It was more open, so they didn't. When the wind and things, it felt colder, even though that was lower down. You would think it would be colder higher up, but it wasn't. Yeah.
And what part
I think there was almost more mudslide. I think it was hot mud, like a volcano.
Okay, let's see what part of the world you're in. If you were to allow your soul to go above the earth and see, what part of the world are you in?
I'm feeling maybe Italy. Yeah, I think it's Italy.
And notice what happens before the mudslide.
Like the people in the caves are warmer because the mountain keeps us warm. I think most of us didn't realize that it's not really, that's not normal to have warm rocks. And we didn't really even realize that it was a volcanic mountain that we were living on. It was just our home. It's all we had to live. And we didn't have houses. You know, you need sticks and things to build houses, and there's no sticks or trees up these. They're kind of like brown mountains. But the heat, it's getting warmer. We're realizing it's getting warmer in our homes. So we're selling, not quite selling, but giving down more coal, because we don't really need our coal or our fires much anymore. It seems each year to get warmer and warmer. So we can give that to the villagers below. It's a long walk. It would take a whole day just to walk down, more than a day, to walk down to where the people are, and we're carrying coal on our back in kind of like sacks. But we swap those sacks for sacks of food and take them up the mountain. but the mountains has been making a lot of noise, a lot of rumbling, and the people below are saying that from where they are, they feel at times they can see like smoke coming out of the mountain, but because we're on the mountain we can't quite see it, but we do know something is going on.
So advance a little bit more when things start getting shaky.
Yeah, it's just like some roars, lots of roars, and nothing happens. And we keep saying it's okay, it's just roars, nothing happens. But it starts to get louder, louder, louder roars, and then that's when it's a volcanic. It's not a mudslide. It's a volcanic. The lava went up into the air, and then it's rolling all down the mountain. Some people are sealed inside of their caves.
What is happening to you?
Well, I started to run, and I have a wife and children also, and in the end I can't outrun, so I hide in a cave, and it comes down and I get trapped inside with my family. And it's just so hot. And the smell, like a sulfur kind of smell. And we pass. We can't breathe. It's more the smell of the sulfur. It is hot, really, really hot.
Notice what happens to your skin. What is the skin feeling as that?
It feels like it's burning.
And what do your lungs feel?
It's not good. We can't breathe because the sulfur that's in it, it's just so, like we went to a cave that you could go quite far in, but then the lava is starting to come in. It's going down the mountain, but it's starting to come inwards, and we go back to the back of the cave, but it's so difficult to breathe.
And what's happening with your heart as you can't breathe?
It's starting to race, and I'm worried. My wife, my little children. I know that it's not good. We're not going to make this. We're never going to get out of here again, and it's just getting closer and closer, and we're just starting to feel the heat, and there are some little cracks where it's starting to come in, and it went directly on my wife, and she's passed with the baby, and there's just me and my son now. I'm holding him, but I can't breathe, and he can't breathe, and it just gets too hot, and then that's it. We're sealed in this great big rock.
Where does your soul go once that body is sealed in this great big rock?
It shoots up higher, like higher than what we saw coming from the mountain. It shoots up so high. Like it's like actually so many souls are shooting up on this day. So many. It's like we're all stars. Wow, so many souls, big. We're all passing at the same time, and it's like when we look down and see the spits from the mountain, it's beginning to look so small, and we are just like stars now dancing in the sky. So many of us, so many on that day passed. But we're together now. We're just stars in this universe.
So when you look back at that experience, what was the most difficult part?
It didn't feel difficult. It was just life. It was just how we lived for many, many years. And then to be released from, you know, we lived in those rocks for so many years, in those caves. And it was fine while we were there.
What about your death? What was the most difficult part of that?
Seeing the others go before me. I was the last to go. So it was very difficult. I just almost surrendered at the end because I didn't want to be without them. And it was going to happen anyway. It just got too difficult to breathe, and it was just too hot, so hot, that you just feel yourself burning, your skin begin to blister.
So let's do something. The first thing we're going to do is all of that sulfur that you inhaled. I want you to go ahead and cough it out. Allow your soul to cough out all of that sulfur. Don't let anything left. Leave it to get it all out. All right. And now I want you to notice that skin that has been burned. And I want you to just put a nice soothing salve over it. A nice ointment that will help with the burn. Notice where most of it is.
It was the feet, but also my face.
Go ahead and put that that balm all over the face. And now that you have that, your soul doesn't need to be reminded of this any longer. Now you could take that soul into the light without that sulfur, without that burn. And as you look back at that life, what was the lesson in all of that? What did you need to learn from that life?
It's that we can all help each other in so many different ways.
And these that burned in this volcano, are these the same ones that are being called towards Portugal?
Yeah.
What is the message to all of those that are being called? What do those souls need to know?
To try and keep Portugal as it is natural, not to disturb the old buildings and the old, to have respect for the nature, the beautiful nature and the rivers, not to pollute them. And that as a reward for looking after this beautiful land, you'll get front seats in this beautiful new earth.
Tell me about that new earth.
It's just beautiful and it's peaceful. And it's just totally natural, beautiful. The energies are amazing. It's almost like It feels like the time Debbie was in a lifetime when we were in, I can't think the name of it, like Inner Earth. It was just so beautiful, and everything was crystal clear and beautiful. And some people will kind of live in this way, but others will go beyond and assist even more as spirit guides, and for the ones who their choice is to just experience this beautiful, blissful earth the way it is, and so many will be happy to do that, and that is their soul's journey. And others will almost go back to source, but be able to travel, to be able to check in, a little like, in a way, it's happening with the higher dimensional beings, can be here on this version of Earth that we walk at the moment, but because the frequency of them and the people that are here on this version of Earth now can't quite see them because the frequencies are not quite matched yet. But that's where the frequency is being raised of all the people, like with the help also of the rocks and the trees and the plants and the rivers, as well as our galactic families. It's all playing a part in the building of this beautiful new Earth.
Is this new Earth a physical place, or is it a different frequency?
It's more a different frequency, a higher frequency. So we will perhaps use the playground, this playground that we're in now, but it will, as Mother Earth has raised her frequency and continues to raise, the seas will be clean. The water is almost like bluey green. It's so beautiful and clear, and I can see back to the time of like mermaids, and people don't need to do anything. People are just experiencing and just loving every experience. There's no need to work. People are just in so much, their heart is just so open, and the love is just so amazing that there's not really much to do except to just bask in the most beautiful place that you could describe.
So what do you say to those people who are living in places that are all polluted?
It will clear.
It will clear.
And the more they raise their frequency, they will see, because it is here, it's here already. The new Earth is here already, and the more you raise your frequency, the more of it you get to see and experience. So as you raise your frequency even higher, you get to see the real beauty that is there, not the illusionary one that we look at now.
Are some people living in this new Earth already?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's how you feel and what you see.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about these things. Because it almost seems like we're talking about a different timeline that people shift into. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, Yes and no. It is another timeline, but the way you move yourself into that timeline is the more you raise your frequency. So the more pure you are, the more you open your heart, the more you start to understand that we are all one, that we are, we can point the finger at people over there or him over there. When we realize that they are all us, it is all just source experiencing itself. So there's no point to blame others. Some feel they are, awake, but you have to understand we are all one. Even the bad guys, the ones we point fingers at, we also have to hold space in our hearts for those, and feel the love for them, because they are playing their roles just as we ask them to do, to help people see this old world fall apart. So it can't fall apart by itself. We needed the guys in there who are making it fall down. Some of our people in government and all the rest, it's got to fall down, and they are playing this role for us, and it's difficult for people who don't understand that they're doing this for you. It doesn't feel like that, but you've got to hold trust and space and continue to raise your frequency with all this going on, and not be judgmental about what's happening and blaming whose fault it is. It's all our faults. We created this movie, this game, for to be able to experience the whole thing, and then to eventually be back with source, from where we come. And then we can, when we are in that space, we don't have to come and live full lifetimes. We can be anywhere. We can be wherever we want to be.
I have a question about timing. Because people always ask, when will they see the new earth? Some like to give dates.
There are dates, and for the majority, 2032 will be very much on the way, but time, it's not linear, and it doesn't really exist. We just create time to exist.
Yes.
So it's like some people could be, it's very difficult to explain, because some people, it can take a hell of a longer to reach that space, but it's fine, because they aren't ready to do that yet. But there are so many of us who are ready, and the ones who are ready, and the ones who know and truly believe that this is here, they will see it within the next, like I'm seeing 32 to be there. 42, yes, definitely, but like 32, there's going to be so much changes even this year. This year is the most amazing year. It's going to 26, we're going to look back and say, wow, remember 25. There's going to be so much change in 26. If you're tuned into it, and if your soul has decided, we can give all the dates in the world, but our souls are the ones that truly decide, and our higher selves can be just shaking on the shoulder, and sometimes we can't hear, we can't see. Sometimes the devices distract us. But it's so close.
That's why people are awakening.
So
at this
close
time?
we can almost touch it. Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to walk you through, or should I say drive you through, a fog. The fog in which Debbie was driving through. And just take a deep breath and find yourself back into that fog. But this time you'll experience your thoughts, knowing what it is that you are thinking about and focusing on as you are driving through this fog. Slow it down. What is going through your mind as you're driving through this very dense, thick fog?
I'm thinking, wow, this really, really, really is a dense fog. I wanted to overtake the car in front because it was going like ridiculously slow, but I was already going slow. And I was trying to decide if I should overtake him. It was only little roads, but every time I kept seeing the lorries coming forward, and I would say, "Whoa, thank goodness I didn't try it there," and "Thank goodness I didn't try it there." And then a thought came into my mind like, "Wow, what if I did?" And I met one of these lorries head on, and it just when the fog stopped and it was the sunlight and there was a lady beckoning me over, it was just to say, it's okay, it's not your time, and when it is your time, it's going to be so beautiful that you've got nothing to worry about. So it gave me a 2-minute flash of how peaceful and beautiful it could be, and then just straight back in where I go back like within seconds of being in the fog again. And it was just show me that I could have taken a different route, and that would have been fine too. It's okay. Whatever way, whether from now you stay alive, we stay alive, we go to the same place anyway. So it doesn't matter if you go via this way or that way. This beautiful new earth and eventually going back to source is for everybody, eventually. And it just for others, it will feel a lot slower.
So Debbie was given a gift of seeing what it would be like if a lorry would have hit her and she would have passed.
Yeah.
It would have been fine.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been beautiful.
Good. Well, let's not get so fatal. Let's talk about the body and what's going on with the body. I'd like for you to go ahead and do a scan on this body from head to toe and see what's going on with this body at this time. Notice if there's any shadows, any vibrations, anything that isn't...
The bladder is feeling like it might need to go somewhere.
Okay. Do we need to take a break before?
If that's okay.
All right. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll open your eyes. Use the loo, and when you come back, you'll go even deeper. 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open. And let's do the scan from the head to the toes. Noticing if there's anything there that seems a little bit off.
There's a lot of stiffness in her body when she sits or lies for a period of time. First, a lot of her body is feeling very, very stiff.
What part of the body?
All of the body, but not the arms or the shoulders or the head, more from the feet, like up the legs and into the lower back.
Okay.
It's very, very stiff.
So let's go deep into that. I want you to zoom in as if you were using a microscope. I want you to zoom in through the skin, noticing the elasticity of the skin, going deeper into the fascia.
It almost looks like, you know, when you see something in water that's frozen with all the little, I don't know, things coming off it. It's all,
Like little shards?
yeah, all through her legs,
Okay.
right all the way up to her lower back. That's what it's appearing like when I look at the body. It seems to stop. It's a tiny bit up the back, but it seems to stop at the lower back. So from the lower back down, her arms are fine, shoulders fine, neck fine, head seems okay, except for that redness in the face, but I think that has been solved already today. The problem seems to be from the lower back down, all the way down the legs into the feet.
So let's focus in on those shards. What is it composed of?
It almost looks like ice or like a calcium type buildup. It looks like as if it all needs a good like if it was ice, like it just needs to all lie in some lukewarm water. But she lies in baths, so that doesn't help. But the look that I'm seeing looks like it needs that, or the calcium, like it needs to crack and it all to just dissolve.
All right. So we're going to use the most versatile part of the body, which is the blood. And I want you to focus on the blood as it's flowing from the head all the way down to the toes. Notice how it comes out of the heart. And I command the blood now to energize with a property to begin to melt away all of those shards of calcium deposits.
It's starting to do it down the lower back and
Yes.
in the thighs.
And as it begins to melt, I'm now commanding all of the muscles that have been stiffened to begin to get flexible again.
You can feel heat.
I command the fascia to begin to stretch, to flow through those areas. To feel the elasticity. I command the ligaments and the ligaments are now moving, stretching. As you feel the heat build up, I want you to tell me what happens to all of those shards.
They're starting to like break off, and it's almost like they're floating in the blood. but it feels like they need an exit point somehow.
So I'm going to strike a tuning fork, and we're going to begin to move that blood into the lymphatic system. Into all of the lymph nodes. I'm commanding the lymph nodes to accept all of this. Without hindering the health. So that as soon as she starts drinking water, all of that will be released through the bladder, through the bowels, with ease. Tell me what's happening.
It feels more like it's all just dissolved into more of a plasma type liquid.
Yes. Scan the body and notice how that feels now.
Yeah, much better in the legs. A little bit of lower back tension.
Zoom in on that spot and see what that is.
It's like you can see X-ray of it, and it's like instead of being smooth, it's like there's some calcium build up there as well. The legs is all fine, but the lower back, it just seems a little bit jaggedy.
So I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, let me speak with a representative of that lower back. 1, 2, and 3. Good afternoon. What is it that you need in order to feel better?
We need more stretching. She doesn't stretch.
Okay.
She just gets out of bed. She needs to stretch her body, bend, and move, do lots of movement to get everything.
Which would be the best movement that she could do in order to help the lower back?
If she can rotate her hips.
Okay.
And then bend from side to side and bend forwards and backwards.
Okay. So
and
maybe
stretch upwards, put her arms up in the air and just like really stretch her body right up.
Good. Maybe a little dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. So let's set the intention now that as soon as we start stretching, rotating the hips, bending from side to side, stretching the arms, that everything's going to start flowing. Good. So let's add some heat to that area. I want you to imagine yourself putting a beautiful light in that area. What color light would you like to put in there?
It's kind of red. Let's see.
Let's put that red there. And let's focus on that, and let's just put some heat as you were putting a nice heating pad of red light. And notice what's happening to that back.
The red is changing into a more gentle color.
Good, good. So I'd like for you to now to focus on your hip. What's happening with the hip? Does that belong to you, or does that belong to somebody else?
Sometimes it feels like it belongs to somebody else, but it's there for a reason. It's also helping her somehow when she connects to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like an antenna.
Okay. What does she need to do so it won't be so painful when it's being used as an antenna?
Breathe into it and trust that it's there for a reason, and allow it to be used for the reason that it is there.
Good.
An antenna from her family, from her first star family.
Who has given her the DNA for that antenna?
Nocturian, that one.
Okay. Do they have anything to say?
That's her mom says hi.
Mm-hmm.
She used to see her Nocturian mom visit her in her room when she was a child. And she feels that same warm feeling right now.
Good.
So when she feels any discomfort in her hip, trust it's her family is her way of keeping in touch.
Why did she need the hip replacement then?
It was something put there to challenge her and see that if she could overcome it. It was something she'd never ever experienced, even really being inside a hospital, and it was her soul wanted to do something big time, and it chose the hip because it also connected in other ways to other. She had a past life where she lost her leg there. With her partner, there was a kind of test in a way that she brought upon herself. And it was just a big. It's something she got over quite quickly, and she never really thought that she would, but she did.
Wonderful. Is there any message from the Arcturians at this time?
Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a really good job.
Good. Is there any other information you would like to give Debbie today, or do you feel that we are complete?
Continue to ground, and as you ground, you mainly ground daytime, which is good, but if you can get outside the odd evening and connect through your crown, through your feet, become all one with all that is and your family, it will help things move quicker, and you'll begin to get more downloads of how to look after yourself, because sometimes you don't do such a good job.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Is there anything else, or are we complete now?
I think we're complete. I'm just seeing a beautiful, beautiful big cloud, and it's like, I don't know, I was just saying that you're always protected. You're always protected. And thank you to Alba.
Thank you. And with that, I'd like for you to go ahead and disconnect from all of those energies that we've been speaking with. I'd like to thank them for the assistance. And I'm going to count from 1 to 5. With each number, you'll be waking up more and more. And when I get to number 5, you'll open your eyes with complete control of your mind and your body. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How was that?
That was lovely. Wonderful.
Yeah?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. How long do you think it was?
My body feels better.
Good.
How
did it feel?
An hour. Wow. 47. Whoa.
A little bit longer.
Wow. Definitely. An hour was me like pushing it.
So you want to share this or what?
Is there any personal stuff in there?
I don't think so, except for your body, and I think that's fine.
Yeah, probably, if you think it will help.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was okay?
It was a lot of information about rocks, and nature, and
yeah.
all that.
The nature and stuff, yeah. It's worth sharing for that.
All right, wow, Debbie, that was great.
I really, really enjoyed that,
Yeah?
Alba. Really, really good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Got so much.
So we are in Lisbon right now, and you drove a bit?
Drove a little bit, then got on the train for a couple of hours.
It's a while.
Sat outside at a tree for about an hour waiting.
Oh, no.
Because I wanted to make sure I was on time. And wow, I'm so glad I came. So thank you, Alba.
So
really.
did you get what you needed from it?
I think I did. I didn't get, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So yeah, it was a surprise, definitely.
Well, the reason I asked that is because Debbie does do hypnosis sessions. So what kind of work do you do?
I do QHHT. I do the Beyond Quantum Healing. I do lots of different modalities. I'm going to learn some more. I haven't been with Alba, you have to. But yeah, I've had lots of happy customers.
Yeah.
I work mainly here in central Portugal. I love to do face-to-face. I really like being with the people.
Yeah.
But the BQHT, obviously, I can do online.
Yeah. So tell everybody where, if you're interested, if you're in the Portugal area, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, I'm in Ferreira de Cesaret. How do you get a hold of me? That's why I don't be so busy, Alba. I've got no website or anything. I am on
Facebook, Instagram,
anywhere? Debbie Phelan.
Okay.
Most of my QHHT stuff would be on Quantum Untanglement, which is Facebook also. And I'm on YouTube, Debbie Phelan. So
okay, there you go.
Some stuff on there, yeah.
So if you're interested, look her up.
Thank you.
And for those of you watching here, I'm only going to be in Portugal for a little bit, so don't ask me if I live here or I'm moving here. I'm going to be here a long time.
I wanted to move here.
I don't know if I was in that mudslide or not.
Who knows?
So anyway, if you want a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. Go register for the newsletter. It's on the mailing list. That's how you got a session with me.
Yeah.
And only a few sessions come out every month, so you have to be really fast to click on that link. And I hope I get to see you. And so thank you very much for being here, and much love to y'all. Bye.
And from me.
And I get that big hug now.
Of course.